it tight. What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through. Times don't fly too high. Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever if you keep it tight. Love the world but keep the sky on your mind.
Happy Wednesday, everybody.
I just burnt my tongue.
What, on hot chocolate?
Mm-hmm.
Chocolate.
Steve, what's up? You're so mellow.
Well, I actually have black tea in this and not liquor, so it's 5 o'clock my time. I can't be getting drunk on your show anymore. This is normal midday Steve right here.
How many more days?
Till the wedding? In about a week and a half, so it's next Saturday.
Woohoo!
Wow.
Awesome.
Then it's going to be Mrs. Angie. What's she going to call herself?
Or maybe I'll just change my name to Stevie Higgins. I kind of like the ring of that.
Or she's going to be Hot Butter.
Marrying some gal that classed my
Hot Butter Angie.
my bare buttocks on the internet.
Okay, I got a question. Did you really go for a naked bike ride? We all wanted to know in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, she posted videos of that. I was like, and how many people were there? Like 5,000.
Yes, I saw his butt.
Yeah, I was naked and I rode like 10 miles through Portland or something like that.
How'd that go?
It was good. It was really well organized. People kept their hands to themselves. And,
Did you get bicycle butt?
oh, it was so uncomfortable. It was really weird. And I ran my 360. I wanted to find a way to
Lord,
make one of my videos. And I tried pulling stills. I'm like, I'm gonna have to blur everything. It's just a nasty sea of it's not like the people are the most physical. I mean, it's just regular people, all shapes, sizes, and I mean, but what's weird is, I've never even gone streaking, not even when I was like a kid. But it felt normal when everybody else doesn't have to wear clothes and they have every different type of body shape or whatever. You get there and you're like, I kind of feel awkward wearing some clothes. All right, I feel better now.
Really?
Yeah.
Nope.
No, I couldn't do it.
Yeah, we all really weren't sure if you were telling the truth or not.
Nope, I did it.
Wow.
I like telling people, so I try to get involved with my local community quite a bit. And so the bike ride is technically a protest against fossil fuels. So the way I tell my story is, I showed up and they gave me a grief because I showed up with my dirt bike. And I was like, oh, okay, well, not a problem. I got an e-bike, but, the battery's dead. And then they yelled at me again for charging it with a gas generator. So obviously I didn't know what I was doing. So I went to the local library and asked where I could read up on lubricants, greases, and oils. And they told me to go check out the non-friction section. All right. Let's move on.
Got it. Luis, how are you?
I'm good. I'm doing very well.
What's temperatures down there now?
Oh God, it's too hot to move. It's not really, truly, it's not that bad. It's hot, but it's not unbearable. I looked at Wendy's temperatures in Florida.
Yeah.
Hers are much higher than mine.
Really?
But rain has got us all beat at like 112 or something. 100.
I feel sorry for Kramer and Rain.
Yeah,
Oh, man, and
yeah.
everybody down in Texas.
They are.
I might be
really-
seeing rain here next week.
Yeah.
I would. She's probably going to feel so good coming to Washington because their temperature in Texas is awful.
She gonna be your flower girl?
Mm-hmm. I need a maid of honor.
Yep.
Oh. Daniel Rausch says 106 here today. Ooh.
God, I don't know. That's how people tolerate it.
That's so hot, sweat's running down the crack of my ass like Niagara.
All right.
Okay.
We need to get this guest on the show.
Yes.
Well, hurry up and quit screwing around.
Bring him
Jake.
on. Bring him on.
All right. We've got Todd Scott, another PPG pilot, on tonight. Let's introduce Todd. Oh, no. Oh, there he is.
Hi, Todd.
Hey, how's it going? Hi, how's it going, Jade?
Doing well.
Hot buttered stew, the wheezy.
Yeah.
Kramer said 114 down there right now. Boy, oh
Woo.
boy.
God,
You
that's
got
just
the
that was
temperatures,
hot.
Todd.
that's too
Well,
hot.
it's about 87, 8 right now. It's pretty nice out, actually.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Storms coming?
North Carolina. Yeah, probably.
Yeah. I know we got storms coming later tonight too with tornadoes. They got scrolling across the TV.
Yeah, you can keep
right.
them tornadoes.
I know. And I can't even get to the basement. Great.
Yeah.
All right.
Eric can push you.
Huh?
Eric can push you down the steps.
No, thank you.
Snow sled.
No, thanks.
Oh, I know the misery. You got it a lot worse than I had.
I'm happy I got the bars off my foot today. That was pretty awesome. And just icing it up right now. So I do want to put a plug in for Blackbird powered parachute. Yeah, I had to make sure I said that right.
Man, they paid you a lot of money to say that, and you couldn't even say it right.
I had a brain bleed. Leave me alone. Look at the awesome hat. See, I can't even think of what this is. A hat that I got from Melinda Bliss. And I know I posted this, but wrong sleeve. Check this out.
Oh, I love the logo.
And it says Jade Strong. She had that put on there, and
Very nice.
Jade Strong. So thumbs up to her and her crew.
That's very nice.
And all of her students and alum. Thank you very much.
Mhm.
So want to say hi real quick before we get the show on the road to everybody that's in the chat. We got Justin Weaver as Williamsport Windwalkers, Wendy the Explorer, Wendy Weaver, Aaron I. He's probably sitting in the bathroom at Steve's house.
Where he is.
James. Eric is PPG Lear is sitting right behind me. Linda Anderson. Let's see, Joseph and probably Aaron Sibley, James Belleville, Kramer, Daniel Rausch. Oh yeah, and Pennsylvania, where Wendy and Justin are from, they've got the Little League World Series going on right now, so it's crazy busy in their town. Mad Sloper's in the house. Oh, look at that. Nightbot's in the house. Let's see. Randy Milstead's in the house. Looks like we got our normal crew. Thank you all for hanging with us every week that you are here. I really appreciate it. Oh, do we have a daughter in here? Kerstyna Wilson?
That would be my daughter.
Yeah, she says, "Hi, Dad."
Hey, baby.
And
Oh, Scuba's here.
Scuba's in the house. There we go.
Scuba
I
fly.
see Scuba.
CT Fly.
Where did I miss that?
Must have just
CT
logged in.
Fly. Hi. Thank you all for joining us. Really appreciate it. So, all right. Who wants to go first with 100 questions for Todd?
Wheezy.
Wheezy.
How did you get into paramotoring? What got you started?
So, as a kid, we used to run around down the sidewalk with your arms out and, envision yourself flying. And that progressed to joining the military and having the opportunity to jump out of perfectly good airplanes and play lawn dart. That, luckily, I guess, that was a different path that was not meant for me. Instead, I had a change of events, shall we say, and so flight was going to not be in my future. Retired. I was cutting some yards for extra work for a hobby that I had, and I look up and I see this red paramotor, or this red wing, this parachute. I'm right next to Fort Liberty now. So I'm thinking, man, this guy is way far away from his drop zone. And then I noticed he wasn't hanging, he was sitting. And I said, oh, that's one of those. I didn't even know what it was called. I was like, that's one of those things, So I decided to take my truck and I'm chasing him around with my trailer, driving all over, trying to find this guy. And he's going over, row of trees and field from field and disappeared. And I thought, dang, I got to find out what that is. So I start heading to the yard that I was going to mow again, the neighborhood. All of a sudden, lo and behold, there he is, in the middle of a cut cornfield. And so he waved me over and I, pulled over, and he was going to pack this flying butt fan flying machine thing into a G35 seater. And I was like, I want to do this. This is flying. So we got talking, and he put me in touch with the superstar, YouTube. Everybody knows him, right? Tucker. And Tucker at the time wasn't instructing, so he put me in touch with Mark Huneycutt, who also was not instructing. So I wound up put me in touch with Tony, and I took some lessons with Tony before he was an official instructor. Had about 80 flights, I think, but he's a fixed wing pilot. And well, now 4 years later, I fly okay.
Well, I saw some of your videos on your Facebook page from Moonshiners you just went to, right?
Yes. Oh, I love Moonshiner.
It's beautiful there too.
It is. Flying there is totally. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I think between Moonshiners and Jersey Shore, Pennsylvania, I'm going to put Moonshiners second. I just love Pennsylvania with the start of the Appalachian Mountains, and yeah, you've got the mountains down by Tennessee down there. How was the wind this year there?
This year, we got every morning, except one day where there was rain and it was forecasted. But it's a typical Tennessee Mountain Valley. You get morning fog or that bring you a few hours of fun and amazing, beautiful views. the mountains, so some where the bug cover is, and then you have 80, I think, what, night days, and evening, of course, it looks like it's going to out and not be able to fly, and it just becomes beautiful. And it's nice at moonshine because there's people that come to watch us fly. So unlike good fly-in etiquette where we should launch and leave,
All right.
Well,
I
you
was
know
waiting-
how the members of Devo always have masks and you don't know who exactly they are? I think we discovered one of the singers. Wait, is it Devo?
Who, you?
Wait, I am thinking of the wrong band.
Okay. We were completely
Daft
having a hard time hearing you, Todd.
okay, sorry about that.
Now you sound better.
So where did I get dropped off?
I
All
had a
over, I
really
guess.
hard time hearing you from the whole get-go. And I think a lot of other people did. Is there a way to,
Okay.
I don't know if it's if you're too far away or from
Maybe
your
the signal, maybe just the
main
signal
router?
that I have right here.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a little
Yeah.
better at the moment.
Yeah, you're better now.
Yeah, sometimes it goes like that.
So I heard that one day you had kind of switchy winds. I think I heard.
I didn't really. Well, so at Moonshiners, you can be on one side of the runway versus the other side of the runway, and you can look across at all the windsocks. And what you notice is they are all going different directions.
Yep.
And from one side to the other, it typically is opposite of each other. A couple years ago, it caused me to, well, you know, bad choice of judgment did it, but everyone was launching in one direction. And I chose to launch the opposite direction because that windsock right next to me said launch that way. And so as I took off, I found out that once I cleared the trees, all the other windsocks were correct. And now I'm moving at 30 miles an hour across the ground on my Colibri, and I was either the abort just kind of wasn't there. It was like do or die. It's going to be a breathtaking launch, or it's going to be an awe-inspiring crash. So I tipped wheel to wheel a couple times, and then around and was like, "Thank you, Lord."
Okay, so that
This
wasn't
year
you
was
that year that
much
we were
friendlier.
there. That wasn't you that year we were there, Deweese, that somebody broke their foot or leg.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. This morning, this year they did.
You're
A female pilot, I can't remember her name. She was taken off towards the runway, and there's the ditch of death that sometimes is a little bit taller than you really anticipate. And I don't know what happened. Maybe somebody was in her ear on her headset that told her to keep going, or maybe she just decided, you know, let's give it all she's got. She'll lift, and she kind of into the 50 first, almost in a seated slot position, and then she grabbed throttle, and it kind of helped her across the ditch a little bit more force than I think she anticipated. She broke her ankle or some sort. She limped off.
Wow.
Yeah, that was the worst thing though that happened this year.
So
It's kind of nice though, because you know, at Moonshiners, you know, you kind of get to break the fly-in etiquette, and you know, people can fly, so if we all fly and leave it, kills the
Todd, are you able to get closer to your Wi-Fi at all?
Yeah, I guess sometimes my Wi-Fi works than the 5G.
Oh, yeah, we're losing you again. Sorry.
I'm here. You hear my guineas?
Yeah. Is that what that is?
Those are my guinea hens. Yeah. All right. How's this? I'm right behind my router.
So far, so good.
We can hear you.
But
So you work with Vortexaero, and I want to bring this up because we actually have a question from Duckspit PPG saying, "What's up with these new props? Do you have like a new prop offering?"
You asked that question. Yes, we actually. I'm not supposed to give too much information on it just yet, but what I can tell you is I just bought one, and I have two other ones. They will be at the well, unless they get sold, they'll be at the fly-in coming up Easy Pace in Ridgeway. So people can look at them. So in comparison to the E-prop, I have a 130 centimeter E-prop for a Moster 185 268 reduction. Everyone's kind of familiar with the shape of the blade. I hold up the new prop that I think we're going to be calling it the Vortexaero Light. It's very similar to the E-prop profile, except it's got some little variances. There's a wide version, there's a narrow version. The different motor versions that I have right now is for Corsair or for Viterazzi, and those that share the similar hub patterns or pitch requirements. When you look at the prop, it's pretty. E-prop chooses to run their carbon fiber the length of it, so when you look at the carbon fiber weave, you see all these imperfections and waves, and sometimes it's not the prettiest. These props are really freaking pretty, really pretty.
And then, how'd you get started working with Vortexaero?
So I bought one of their pipes. And apparently I was the first person to crack one of their pipes. And so in dealing with the person that was running the store at the time, the owner of the store decided to join the and take over, and our relationship started from there. David's an awesome guy he's a paramotorist that has our best interests out for us, that decided he's American, that moved out to Asia so he can not have to worry about those EPA restrictions that we have over here that make things hard to manufacture. He can produce very, very good quality items at a much less rate than you can pretty much anywhere else. And he shows how he manufactures, where he manufactures, and what he manufactures on his videos. So, you can buy Chinese junk and you can buy good stuff. It just depends on what your design requirement is and how much detail you put into it. You can pick specific metals and everything. So,
and how long ago did you start working with him?
I've been working for him for about 3 years, maybe going on 4 years now. I don't work for him or really with him. I assist him. How should I say this? I'm kind of like his extension of himself. Everything's all his accounts and everything. I help him. He's asked me if I wanted to click and ship for him while he was looking for somebody to take over the store. And the person that chose didn't work out. And then I fell into it, and now 3 years later, it's pretty nice. I mean, I get what I like is I like the creation. A lot of I don't know, people that make things like I or maybe not iris, but different manufacturers start out in small business platforms or even garages, and then when you see what they make and how other things are made and the cost to manufacture, the reality of it, the profit margin, it's quite interesting.
Yeah. And then one day you're starting in the garage and you get something built. Then the next step is you got to hop on the Facebook lands and start talking some smack. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because I have a lot of people that, and I don't know if they are or not. I have no reason why, to doubt them, but there's a lot of technical experts of many professional fields that hold lots of letters and degrees and this and that, that tell me all the time I'm wrong. Okay, all I know is four-ish years ago, if I two-stroke fixed, I went to Walmart and I bought a new one. I never changed a spark plug in it. Not that I couldn't. It's just it was easier instead of trying to mess with it to just go pay $60 or $100 and get another one. Let it last for a year or 2 years until you got to do it again. Well, David spent about 3 years. He still does all the time. We'll go on there and video that, and he'll teach me how to do something. He's taught me how to redo on how to adjust the exhaust port, the shapes of the ports, and a lot of the internal stuff that help the motor run better. Touchy word. Better is not always better for some people. You make a motor run at the top end of its ability, and it's going to run hot like a drag car. You rebuild it after every use. Not many people like to fly motors that they have to rebuild after every use. So, but the power that comes out of them is pretty impressive compared to stock. With not much, more people like to have a motor that they can just put on their back and fly. I mean, basically, 100 pounds of thrust is all you need, up to about 200 pounds to get flight.
Because for me, I never want to touch my motor, but I don't need the full force of my 185. I'm not on the throttle hardly at all. So
yep, exactly.
Nick Griffith is asking, besides the prop, is there anything else in the works you actually can talk about?
So right now, David's focus is not fully into our lovely hobby, which hurts me a little bit, but we still sell what's on the store, and he still is there. When e-bikes, just some of you see me ride them around, the little tiny kid's e-bike. That's currently his venture that's making a lot of money for him. So of course his focus is there, fulfilling that contract. That being said, the product is beautiful, very nice. It's light too, and the best thing I like about it is the hub is not that fat hub that E-Prop uses. It's the width of a X-Prop. But we have a harness. Finally, we're going to be stocking harnesses again. They're being made right now, and they're pretty nice. I don't know if David would be upset, but we used to produce our own harness, which was very similar. Yep, there it is right there to the APCO SLT. Our new harness is basically a Dudek Comfort Light that decided to mate with an APCO, the two newest harnesses on the market. And what I like about it is between those two harnesses, they have features that the other harness doesn't have, like soft shackles or whatever they call it. I can't remember which one. One of them it straps through a soft shackle, or the other one can't use the soft shackle or whatever. Well, our harness will have both of those abilities, so you can pick and choose what you want. And it may be one size fits all, because there's straps in the back which raise and lower the torso section, making it suitable for long, tall, fat guys or gals. And it makes it, and you can, little short dudes can cinch it up and tuck it in, and fits everybody. The padding it's It's wow. Let's just say it's wow. And it would be priced very comparable to the other two top dogs on the market. I can't give you any dates on when it's coming out yet, but I'll tell you this: I am buying one as soon as I can.
All right.
We do have our conversion kits out now so you can add an E-start to a factory R if you wanted to, or you have an old Moster that doesn't have a E-start. He remade the Carter plate and the entire looks OEM, so you can be just like a dual start, or have a factory R with
an E-start to mine.
Yeah,
So-
he's toying around with bringing back to life one of his other motors that set a world record with Padakis, but I don't want to give too much information on that yet.
Wendy said she loves your guinea hens. She hears them chirping.
I'm sorry. It's that or the dogs or, you know.
Sounds like my house almost.
Yeah. Well, we got rid of the goat and turkeys and 40 chickens.
What?
So,
Wow.
yeah. And now I wish I kind of had the chickens because the eggs were nice. But I don't know. It's a lot of work having a lot of pets.
Mm-hmm.
And Wendy's husband says, "No birds, Wendy."
Oh, I've got exotics too. I have some. I have a African gray and a blue macaw, blue and gold macaw.
Oh,
Wow.
cool.
Yeah, my female died, but no biggie. All right.
All right. Make sure you listen to Nightbot and click the like button for Todd's show. All right, Todd. So what do you fly? Do you fly trike only?
So, thanks to bad choices, I listened to this guy instead of this one. And I did the unthinkable. And I used to be only foot launch, and I swore by it. And I thought, these guys with these trikes, they're just old guys. They just can't do it. They just, whatever. Kind of like that super bike mentality, I guess, I'll fool myself. Well, I decided to hold my brakes while I climbed into my seat one day underneath an APCO F1 because I've done it before and I got away with it. And I'll tell you what, there's a reason why you don't ever need to be told, don't hold your brakes, because that glider did exactly what I asked it to do, and it spun sideways and dropped my ass from about one story.
Oh.
And I didn't have as pretty scars as you have, but I got this beautiful big blister bubble on the side that I shared through Facebook, and I got the ability to learn what wheels are for. And I'll tell you what, it's almost hard to go back foot launch when you fly wheels and you can pick the direction you want to launch at or land at. It doesn't matter, speed. Well, I mean, once you can taxi and control it a little bit, it doesn't, we all know that whoever trikes. I like at Moonshiners, people thought I was kind of crazy because I would taxi out like the airplane, make the left, go all the way down the runway and launch when I was clear. I was just practicing on taxi, and it's, glider control. I have a 70-acre sod farm that's just over the tree line, and they have allowed me access. And so I like to do figure eights with the glider up, and, it may not help much up in the sky. I don't know, because I don't do loop-de-loops or nothing crazy like that. But after I fell out of the sky, I was in the process of foot launch doing, good wingovers and really building that confidence and starting to try to drag the tip of the glider on the ground and all that fun stuff. And then, Payne came and Payne said, yeah, wing over. Okay, we're going to start this. Yeah, we got this. No. So I'm working through that now. And because I don't really have the urge to do a whole lot of acro, but I would like some big, be able to do good wing overs to drop altitude. you know, the F1 doesn't like to have big ears, so you know, there's other things, but I do like flying fast, and my trike is my little Cadillac go-kart of the sky. That's what I tell everybody. I feel invincible in it, and it's probably going to bite me one of these days. I did try.
Word.
I did try to wing touch the ground a couple of Fourth of Julys at the Bradshare's event, and I got lucky and I touched the rear wheel on the ground.
Did you say
And
your wife was sitting right next to you?
Yeah, she's standing behind me and stuff.
Wifey, smack them right now.
Did you say your
Yeah,
mom
when I hit my wheel on the ground, it was horrible. It sent me all kinds. And then when the wheels spin, it's like that front wheel. It got that centrifugal, you know, wobble effect. And I was like, whoo, okay, we don't need to do that one again. So, but foot launch, I mean, what harm is it, right? I think someone just posted a video today of them breaking their ankle doing that.
Trevor.
Yeah, Trevor Steele
Yeah.
crashed.
Oh,
He's
Trevor
dragging me.
crashed today?
No, not
I have-
today. I heard about it while we were in Pennsylvania,
Oh, wow.
but he posted it like yesterday.
Yeah, I feel for everyone that has them ankle issues, because boy, ugh, today is not fun.
Mm-mm-mm.
No.
But you seem to be doing all right. How are you coming along?
Who, Steve?
Yeah, I look like hell. I'm recovering.
Not yet, but soon when you put that ring on that finger. That's when it all changes.
Yeah, but as soon as I get that ring on my finger, I'm going to get some great health insurance. Super excited.
That's awesome.
Angie,
Yes.
smack him. But as for me, I'm like I said today, I had my external fixator taken off,
Mhm.
and everything seemed to go fine. I was knocked out for that. Only took about a half hour, and James is asking if I changed my mind about never flying again. Nope, haven't changed my
What?
mind.
Never flying again.
Not on a paramotor, I don't think. No.
Why?
I spent 32 days in the hospital, and during
But you're
that
not in it no more.
Oh no.
I mean, we get car accidents and all kinds of stuff happens to us, but you know, some people choose to get back on the horse, and I understand that, and I don't mean no disrespect, but why? What's the reason for not? Is it purely fear based?
Probably, yeah.
I mean, I don't know what caused it, but I imagine that, you know, it could have been avoided possibly. And it's probably not something that would happen on a regular basis or even to you again, because you, like me, you know, I did the ultimate stupid. I pulled freaking brakes. I mean, on an advanced glider, you know, you're pulling like this, you know, and I'm pulling 20 plus inches of brake to get my butt into that seat. And the worst part was I was already in the seat. And I didn't think I'm not going to fly again. Not one bit. I thought I need to get the hell off this dude's sod farm so that he don't kick me, revoke my ability, you know? I was thinking when the doctor told me, yep, at least a year, no more flying. I said, wait a second. How about 90 days and wheels? As long as I don't put my feet down. And he said, when you put your foot on the ground, you will absolutely know. But you do what you want to do.
Right.
Mama let me buy wheels.
No,
I'm glad that it worked out that way. I just had a buddy actually. He's a new pilot, relatively new, a dozen flights or so. Cody. I told him I was going to mention it if the opportunity came up. He had a rollover on his trike too. He's got one of those bullet type trucks, and with a Simonini back. Minari, that's what it is, F1 on the back. And he had friends over that wanted to watch him fly from out of town, and he knows what he did. He tried to rush it because nobody in the right mind holds full throttle when you're sideways and the glider's going that way. When your paramotor has hit a bump and your body is facing 90 degrees to your glider's direction, you don't hold throttle. Well, he chose to, and he found out that when he came back down, it gave him a gentle roll where he was lucky. He didn't have enough speed on an A glider, just enough to roll over and scare him. And like you said, he was about done. He broke two sections of his hoop, broke a prop. I helped him out and got him into the prop. But we just flew just the other day that I was just saying we had a great flight. Just the other day we flew again, and it was first flight coming back after it. And man, he was setting up his glider 100 times. I went out there and set his glider up for him. Said, "Great, you're good. Let's hook in. Let's go." Not trying to rush him, but trying to keep his mind away from his own, inner thinking and dwelling. And so he kept on messing with this rise and finally I was like, "Look, Cody, come on, man, nut up and go. You're either gonna do it or you ain't. But sitting and staying in fear, you ain't gonna do that out here in the field. Pack up or go." So he decided to get in the chair. He got into his little seat, hooked up, and he took a little bit to get going. I think it was 45 minutes to get him finally in the air after we got there. And but he flew and he loved it. He had a great flight. Everything was awesome. Get back on the horse. I hope that your incident is not your last ability to enjoy what you at least at one time enjoyed.
Right.
Like my loud guineas.
All right. Who's got questions? So what size wing are you flying? Did you say that already?
Oh, so I fly an APCO F1 in 22 meters because that's the biggest wing APCO makes. It's fast. They just set a world record. I have a lot of people tell me it's not fast, but I am usually flying 50 miles an hour, trimmed as slow as I can possibly trim it. Granted, foot launch, I'm at like 90% weight load for it, and trike launch, I'm 50 pounds overloaded, to which is also acceptable by the manual. So I had to email the company and be like, "Hey, how can I add 50 pounds foot launch? So could I be 50 pounds heavier foot launch?" They said, "Yeah, absolutely." The problem is not the weight. The problem is you can't run 30 miles an hour. And if you put 50 more pounds on, you definitely ain't going to run no 30 miles per hour, which is what speed you'd need to lift off with, no wind
Obviously,
conditions.
someone's never done angel dust.
So, I've had it for a few years. I like it. It's a fast glider. I can play on it. It's great. Everything. I just don't lift with my trike. I decided to try something new, and I heard a lot of things about the BGD gliders, specifically Luna, and I boo-booed and I bought the size smaller than I really should have bought that I really wanted. I bought a 23 and I wanted a 26 for a little more lift. I had the race car. Now I needed something I could just enjoy and climb a little higher, faster. Well, I was selling the 23, but I'm kind of enjoying it now after Moonshiners. I mean, if I can play on it and kind of, get it down with my trike as in that air density, I was nervous at first. So I fly a 23 Luna 2, 22 F1.
There you go.
I'm here.
Okay.
I fly a 22 F1, APCO F1, and a 23 Luna 2 EGD. As for motor,
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, he could talk about the motor first. And I got a question for him.
Even so many people like the Vitorosi motor. It's a
We
good
can't
hear
hear you.
It has a. You can't hear me?
Now we can. Every time I say something, somebody watching Netflix or something.
Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, so I fly a Vitorosi motor, 185 dual start. And yes, I do fly a Vitorosi. Yes, I like my Vitorosi. However, I've got the opportunity to work on some other motors, and I also built a Viper that's not like any of the other ones that were available or will or won't be available. It was built out of scraps and stuff that I should have thrown away, but it's a fun little motor. It'll swing a 125 prop to about 160 pounds of thrust.
What did you say it was?
It's a Viper 200. Yeah, they don't really exist.
Oh,
A Viper 200.
Did you hear him?
yeah, he said it really doesn't exist.
Oh,
I mean, it does. It does exist, but it doesn't. It's a motor that we have decided. We've decided that at this point we have another motor that we want to bring out instead. So,
So it's like one you made up. You built yourself.
I literally had the parts in a trash bin, and I was told to throw them away. And it just worked out that I was able to piece together enough of the parts with some good parts and seals and stuff, and dialed it in for, with it the timing and everything. And now it's a little screamer. It's kind of like a little factory R.
Okay, cool.
So, what do you have to look forward to in the future? What are some things you want to do, either flying related or the business of paramotoring? Like, do you have plans in the works or things that you'd like to pursue?
I would love to just have everybody get along with everybody, and all the drama that could be associated with our sport and hobby.
Now.
True.
I'm sick of this, man.
For miscellaneous, everybody. We have our biases. But there's really nasty. I dealt with a friend who was a good friend at the time, and we had a fun out over a business deal, and who's to blame? I say it was his issue, his fault, his doing, and he probably says I'm just a jerk. People don't like, and most of them like to say, well, a lot. I'm 50 now, so I can't be damn throwing punches with people and tearing down. It's much better just to get along and enjoy.
There's always somebody that's going to be an asshole.
There absolutely will always be someone better than you, be someone worse than you, uglier, smarter, prettier.
Yes.
I don't know, Butter Steve. Maybe not you, but.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people.
But I don't know. I guess the competition is just kind of not really there. I like to do things a little reckless, I guess. Some people got fly really crazy, and then I see these girls and complete, over the top, loopy loops, and I'm thinking, wait, I'm crazy because I curve around some trees a little bit. I mean, but it's all good. We all love flying, and it's just an amazing sport. And I think that all of us are amazing people. We're all individuals, and you go to fly-ins and you get together in groups. And I miss the Jersey Shore, and I love the Aurora. This wasn't this year. I know it's, but it's just a bunch of great people, their own greatnesses, doing what we like. I mean, hopefully I don't piss.
What'd you do?
oh,
What did you do? Lord have mercy. Hey, you want to spin the wheel?
Where?
What are we giving away?
Well, bear with me with last week's winner. Also, we're just gonna do some more of these. How about that?
More stickers? Yeah.
Hashtag Jade Strong.
Did you say
I got mine.
Jade's drunk?
We're gonna
Yeah,
do
he did.
we're gonna do the spinning wheel, Todd.
He
Awesome.
got his sticker last week.
Oh.
Yes, I did, and I immediately put on my window on the driver's side too.
Yeah. So do you
My
fly
billboard.
Oh, hang on one second.
Is this spinning or is this just?
It's spinning.
There it
Oh
is.
boy. It's gonna be my mom or Kramer.
Ooh, Kramer.
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 Yeah, Kramer.
Yay, Kramer.
Kramer, do you have a flying flamingo jade sticker? I think she does. If she doesn't, I'll send her a different one.
They're
if she
real
does.
cool stickers.
They
Yeah.
are.
Do one more spin.
Oh.
I was glad to get that sticker.
Cool. Thank you. I was glad to give it to you. Saying I forgot, and then it took a while, and
Kramer said yes, she does have a sticker.
yep. I'll send her a Lone Star Paramotor sticker.
I know she'll like that.
I would send out a sticker, but I'm too lazy.
Oh, is it would be Randy Milstead? Randy
Mm.
Milstead.
Randy,
Randy Bobandy.
does he want another flamingo sticker?
No.
Spin again?
Give him something else. Oh, he said spin it again.
Mm.
Scuba, I got your name on this one. And I got stamps today. Eric got me stamps. So I can try to get them in the mail tomorrow.
You hop right on and do that.
Yeah, we just got home the other day, so from Pennsylvania. So
Oh, Shane Planet
Shane, Planet Shane. Shane, did you get one of my stickers already?
Well, he's going to get another one. Tell you what.
I know he and I have been talking about trike flying too. So Shane, let me know if you got this one. Otherwise, I'll try to find you something different. But otherwise, congrats, guys. All right. Any more
Congrats.
questions?
Yeah. So last we were talking about is what you want for the future. And you said for all of us to stop being a bunch of jerks. Is there anything that you want to do personally to accomplish either with the paramotor business or things personally?
I absolutely would love.
Man, I just can't get him to answer that question. It must be a loaded one. Hey, Wheezy. How you doing?
Hey, Steve. How are you?
Oh, man.
I miss you. Too far
I
away.
miss you, too.
You are
We're
too
supposed to
far
do
away.
this in the pre-show. Jeez.
Usually start off the show that way. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Come on, Todd.
Hurry up, Todd. Get
There
back.
he goes.
Say, oh my God, stop.
Will you stop clicking the button? I am adding. Hey,
I'm here. Maybe
All
I
right.
can answer this time, or maybe someone doesn't want me to hear it.
Quick.
I want to do
answer it.
wing overs. That's all. I just
Let's
want to
go
do
with
big
your
wing
answer.
overs. Big, happy wing overs. And I want to be able to fly and people enjoy the way I fly and, enjoy me, I mean, what else? What else? Rich. Missed that one. My tickets. Auto tickets for big money. I didn't even get a damn dollar, so that chicken flew to boot.
I like how me and Wheezy twirl our hair at the same time.
Oh, God.
Sometimes I'm looking at the screen.
Well,
like,
I
man.
would, but
Yeah.
Oh, God.
We forgot to ask you, Todd, if we put a link in the chat, if people would want to join in a little bit of an after show for a few minutes.
Sure.
Okay. If you guys want to
Sure.
meet Todd and say hi
Little
to
haters
him
out there.
in the after show, we'll bring him on for a few minutes. Bill H wants to know, is that Vortexaero? Yes.
Is that Vortexaero where I won the cup from?
It's yes and no. I am not Vortexaero, but I am. So, yes, no.
So you
David's
guys have the
Vortexaero.
really cool cups. Yeah, you
Is that the
were.
ones where I got the cool cup from?
Yes, yes.
That is amazing.
We're actually working on a new freebie to give away. We were looking at possibly hook knives. That's kind of a multi-tool setup. The cups were a hit. Everybody loved them. I wish I had more because I love mine. It works out great.
Yeah.
And then there was another type of cup we were considering. Just there's some different things. It just depends on what David can get at a great rate and that passes his tests. You know, he does really try to put out good quality stuff. There's been a few people that, you know, don't agree, but hey, everyone's got trolls.
Yeah.
And keyboard warriors.
I mean, yeah, and I'm sorry, I have. I think we all have at a time, you know. But I'm not a technical expert, so I'm an idiot. So, you know, it don't matter, right?
I don't do anything well.
Good night, Mad Sloper. Wait, Mad Sloper, you're going to bed already? Isn't it like 3
It's only
hours
like-
difference?
Yeah, like,
Yeah, it's
wow.
It's only like 5 o'clock or something.
He's in Vegas. Good night, Mad Sloper.
Ooh.
He's going to bed early.
Oh, what was beside? Okay. I'm understanding that you're probably going to answer the foot question. Oh, he says dinner. What was one?
No, that was a cat.
What?
Go on. Well, why did I pick trikes?
No. Why? What is one thing? Have you had any other? I guess scary moments. I guess that's how I want to ask it. In flying.
So it was kind of a weird moment. We were, I believe, at the pace, and Mr. John walks up to me as I'm laid out with my chicken glider at the time that you had in your intro. That was my Dudek Universal. And I used to like to lay it out across the runway to make it as hard as possible to take. I never found myself in the too long time. Right? Well, he doesn't worry about that. He said, hey.
Oh, wait. Hang
I
on.
said,
we missed that part.
what?
We lost you.
Hang on. We missed it.
Oh, he said, you there?
Yeah.
He said, why are your risers hooked in backwards? And I said, I mean, what? So I've had several flying for that have, you're hooked in backwards. I thought they're just messing with you, screw me. But when John Ripple, who didn't know at the time, really, but I knew he was a YouTube guy, big guy. And he came up to me and asked me the question, and I was like, wait a second. You mean to tell me my rider backward? It worked. Well, it's kind of scary thinking you can get away with that. But the only thing I can think of is that they were perfectly symmetrical to each other. So they're just like an inch off difference. So, in case you ever want to hook it back.
I'll try anything 5 times.
Is there?
Well, you're a little slow on the marriage part.
This is number 2.
Oh, never mind then.
You want to get married next year again? Hey, we could just get a divorce, keep getting remarried.
Hey, I did that until it worked.
Let's see. I'm trying to think of other questions before we end the night.
Well,
Shane-
I want to know if does his wife fly? Does your wife fly?
That was my question.
So when she heard about the girls, your female show, Girls Just Want to Fly and everything, she was all happy and was like, yeah, there's actually women that do this. And I said, yeah, there's a few. There's a few more, but yeah, you could
There's
be
a
one.
lot.
And she said, yeah, that sounds great. And starts talking all this stuff. And every time I say, let's go kite, she's like, I'm looking at or some other excuse. So yes might not be a completely truthful yes, but has got at Vineyard, had a blast at what was that one? Bad Apples a couple years back, and she wants to fly trikes. So you got to stay in it, You're an icon for other women that want to do the same thing. Just drive it around. Don't fly it.
Okay, that I do plan to do.
Well, see, there you go. That's a start. Sooner or later, you'll be like, damn, I want a wing over top of me.
They're trying to get me up in my electric wheelchair.
Hey, that's a good idea.
No.
Yes, some rappers go fast.
Put some carabiners on there, and next thing you know, you'll have a wing on there.
I had Mike Robinson at EAA trying to. Those guys were him and Mikey were looking at me like this, and I'm. What are you two doing? We're eyeing your wheelchair up to see if we can get you. How fast does that go? I said it's got 4 speeds. You can do it. I'm like, no, get away from me.
Well, it's funny, that beach wheelchair that you posted.
Yeah.
I actually was going to consider buying one to convert into a trike because I like the design. It looks perfect, Just got to get a motor strap to the back of it.
Right.
Yeah, I built a couple of trikes out of garbage, so
No, I just tell her that I plan to be there for everybody, and I want to continue to meet people, and I want to continue the show right now. But right now, I'll because the day after the accident, one of our students that passed away this winter from COVID, his son called Eric and donated his dad's trike to me. And right away, then Martin Hathaway, I don't know if you saw that when I was in the hospital, Martin made me another flamingo fender. And I told him not to do that, and because I didn't want to fly anymore. But Eric says I can't have a pink wing. So, and I'm trying to figure out how to get your picture up of your green spars that are lit up.
Uh-huh.
How did you do that?
Yeah. Playing with junk. So I got looking at these spars, and they're usually just some aluminum tube or titanium tube or Kevlar. You buy crap on Amazon for a tenth of what you buy it from where you bought it from. Just cut it to the length you need to match. But so I saw these acrylic tubes, and I thought, that would be freaking awesome if I could do like neon tubing. But obviously you couldn't use neon tube because it would break and it's hazardous and doesn't vibrate well. So I thought acrylic, I started looking up, different polymers and stuff, and acrylic actually handles strength pretty well in certain directions. It shatters. When it breaks, it's not, it's just But actually, the green ones lasted for a long time. I had some red ones too. And what I did is I took 5-watt bubble LEDs and ran them underneath them, and they were the LED. Yeah, no, talking with my hands. The LED whole base was small enough that it would fit inside the 20 millimeter tube of the frame, with just a little slack so the wire would come up the side, which was another problem because they kept cutting the wires, and it was a big pain in the butt.
Okay.
But yeah, so I used LEDs underneath the acrylic tube. I used it on the top and the bottom of the tube, and they look pretty good. I flew them for a while until I sold that trike.
Oh, I can't figure out how to get the picture up. I'm bummed. But if you go, can I share your YouTube page?
Yeah, of
I
course.
can do that.
Of course,
You guys
I ever want to see it.
You can go and check out Todd's page at Fly High PPG right here.
That's
Make sure you subscribe.
fatgreasyOldmanWithBeard.com.
It's so he's got some shorts and he's got his videos. So fly high and check out the high exclamation point with the eye.
Yes, thank you, North Carolina Department of Transportation, who gave me that for my license plate.
Oh, cool.
That's how I wound up with it.
Yeah, so check that out, and then also his Facebook page. And you can go to that. He's at his name, Todd Scott. And I'm sure he'll friend you.
Sure.
All right, you guys
Friend
got any
everybody.
other questions? Yeah, cool. So the other question I was going to ask is, do you fly with Susan Ray at all? Are you close enough to her?
Yes. So she's more north, up by Raleigh area and that way. So like Nick Griffith and Austin and them fly up that way. Every now and then I get that special invite to go join those special people and fly in their awesome little environments. It's a little different from where I fly normally, and I love flying different places. I mean, I don't want to steal LZs or anything, but any place I can fly, Oak Island, amazing. Beach flying is just great.
Gary says he loves his little secret squirrel lights. Awesome. Yeah, I like the lights on my trike too. And
yeah, I wound
Wendy,
up. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Wendy.
Wendy's got some nice green ones on the bottom of her trike. Also, your turn.
Yeah, I found that the easiest way to do it, and for when sometimes we bump and bruise our beautiful little flying machines, and so I just use underglow lights for cars. They're programmable if you get certain sets, and some of them come with about 900 pre-programmed combinations anyways, and they're encased in hard plastic, expensive, and they
Okay.
decent.
All right.
They don't pull fire, so.
All right. You made it an hour, Todd.
All right.
All right. I'm going to put the invite in the show if you guys are interested in coming on for a little bit with us in the after show. Come on in, say hi, and otherwise, let me see who we have for next week real quick.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Well, yes. Thank you for being on here and letting me bother you for the last week with questions and
Well, if you didn't, I might have forgot.
All right. So next week, I've got two young guys. Hopefully, I can still get a hold of them. One is a Ben Nemechek, and his friend, which I'm not sure his name, but they're both young CFIs, and they're out of Lakeland Airport, which is just north of us. So I saw a little article locally, and I reached out to that Ben, and he's like, "Can my friend come on with me?" And he flies out of Eagle River, which is a little bit farther. So it'll be kind of cool to hear from a, are those the guineas? Young
Yeah.
perspective on general aviation flying. So,
Oh, cool.
So, all right. Well, if there's nothing else, thank you, Todd. Thank you, Deweese. Thank you, Steve. And we'll see you
Thank you,
briefly at
Jay.
the after show. If anybody wants to join us, like I said, come on in. So,
If we don't see you on the air, we'll see you in the air. Yeah.
Right. Have a good night, everybody. See you next week. Oh. If you're interested in being on the show Just Want to Fly, you got great stories of how you got into the sky, let us know. Share your stories.
Nothing is untrue, nothing don't matter, it's all